most of my experience in the private sector was financial. So that's why I think that I have the knowledge and the experience of being a treasurer. You know, in fact, most people that when they leave the public accounting profession go to become CFOs in major corporations, and that's really what the treasurer does. He's the chief financial officer in the sense that he controls the cash, he borrows the money if we issue bonds, and then they invest money. We got, I think, 1,300 special funds where we have to invest that money under the guidelines of each of those trusts. So it's a big responsibility, and I think that my background and experience, and my experience at the PUC of running an agency of that size, will help me immensely to do a good job. And we've got some serious problems that no one talks about. The state needs somebody with my experience and background to solve some of these problems, because right now, most of the previous treasurers were just there to become governor 4 years or 8 years later. I worked for a firm for 30 years who their motto was to give back. And the managing partner of that firm was so adamant that he beat us up on every day to make sure that we gave back to the community. He felt that we were very successful, and one of the reasons was that we kept giving back. So I had that bred into me for 30 years. And once I got out of there, as I retired, then Pete Wilson, Governor Wilson, appointed me to the California Public Utility Commission, and I just, again, continuing giving back. In this case, in the first case, I was giving back to the community in civic work and nonprofits, where in the state, when Pete Wilson appointed me, I was giving back to the state, my service. Just like when I was in the military, I gave back to the nation when I spent time as an Air Force pilot, giving back to the nation. So it's kind of been bred into me. And so once I got off the PUC and I realized how much ability we had as public servants to get things done, that I really look forward to running for public office. I've been instilled with giving back to whatever it is I'm doing, and was my nation by going in the Air Force, by the community. I was on the Chinese agency in Chinatown, self-help for the elderly for 12 years, and we built a senior citizen housing project with 75 units on top of the Broadway Tunnel. And Mayor Feinstein at the time helped us get that air rights to build that. And then I was also on 2 charter schools over in Alameda that are now 2 charter schools. At the time, they were just special schools. They weren't chartered at that time, but now they are chartered. There's about 700 kids. Most of them are minorities. All of that just demonstrates my continue giving back. And so I think that's why I really wanted to continue to run, and that's why I continue to run now. And when I worked on the PUC for 6 years at Public Utility Commission, we were able to get a lot done.